This is the plaintiff, Kim to Paul Lopez. She says she and the defendant are neighbors, and her dog dug a hole, stuck its mouth under their common fence, and bit her dog. She rushed her dog to the animal hospital, was charged $1,045 for the surgery that needed to be performed. And now the defendant saying, your dog, your problem, refusing to pay. So she's suing for $1,045 for the vet bill. This is the defendant, Michelle Sticka. She says it's the plaintiff's responsibility to watch her dog as it plays. And the dog must have hurt himself somehow, because there's no way her dog could get his mouth under the fence. The plaintiff's a nasty neighbor who's just out to get her, and there's no way she's paying her all this money for something her dog didn't do. She's accused of sticking her dog's nose where it doesn't belong.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Let's start next case in the docket. These litigants are neighbors. The plaintiff says that the defendant's dog dug a hole under the fence and bit her dog. But the defendant says no way her dog could get its mouth under the fence. It's the case of Meet the Duggars.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Kim Tapali Lopez, you are suing Michelle Sticka for $1,045 and in your hospital bills for your dog, which you say are the fault of her dog.
Yes.
Or I guess of her. Tell me what happened.
On the afternoon of January 22nd of this year, I was out in the backyard with my dog, letting him go do his business, and we started I was playing with the ball with him outside, and all of a sudden, Miss Sticka's dog came barking at the fence.
What kind of fence is it?
It's a white PVC fence.
Okay.
And what happened was, when her dog started barking, my dog immediately ran over there, and he went to bark, and as I usually do, because I'm always cautious, because I've had problems in the past.
With
Taz
that
get
dog?
away. Oh, yeah.
What are the problems you've had in the past?
The same thing. Digging holes, continuously
On
digging
that
holes.
side, digging holes?
Their dog under my fence.
Okay.
So I'm always, Taz, get away from the fence, get away, go, get over here. But what happened was, when he ran there and I turned to say, stop, get away, he went and he put his paw at the fence, and the next thing I see is a snout under the fence, and my dog yelps, jumps, yelps, and runs towards me. As he's running, there's blood pouring out of his paw. So I grab him, and I look at it, and, I couldn't really see it. It was a lot of blood. I let go of him. I ran next door. I knocked on the door. Her grandson opened the door, and I told him immediately what happened. And he said it was probably Diesel, because the other dog, Dutch, is inside the house. He ran outside. He said, let me get my, my sister-in-law, I guess she is. And he left it at that. I went back home. He was continually bleeding. An EMT, so I was able to get bleeding control done on him, luckily. And about approximately 10 minutes later, her daughter-in-law came over to the house. She wanted to see what happened. She saw what happened to him. She saw the laceration to his foot.
Do you have pictures of it?
I do.
Okay. Did you submit them into evidence?
Yes.
All right. Do you have, what ended up being done for your dog?
He had to be put under anesthesia for a laceration that was approximately about an inch long. It was down to the bone, sutured under anesthesia.
So how
He
many
was there
stitches?
I don't know.
What do you have the
I have the
reports?
bill.
Okay.
I don't know
see
if it says how
Right.
many.
Okay. There's no dignity.
Laceration repair, that's what it says.
There's no dignity in that lampshade. How long did he have to wear the lampshade?
He was almost a month with that.
Why so long?
So he didn't bite, because about week and a half later.
When
he
did
was
you take the
taken-
dog to the vet? What day?
Immediately, that
Okay.
evening. He had to go.
And this is the bill. Do you have the vet report? Not the bill, the vet report.
That's, let me see.
And what day did this happen?
This was on
The 22nd?
January 22nd.
Okay, were you there when this happened?
No, I was not.
All right. So who's going to provide testimony about what happened that day?
I have letters from my daughter-in-law and my grandson.
Were they out
certified.
there when it happened or no?
No,
Okay.
no, they were not out there.
Do you have pictures of the problem holes that you're talking about?
No, because they repair it all the time. They continue, this is a continuous thing that I've continually
Is
told
your
them
dog
about.
digging underneath the fence?
They both dig underneath the fence.
Both dogs?
And they have continuously.
Do you have pictures of holes on her side?
I can't get to her side, no, but
Oh, you could stand on a ladder and take a picture, right? Because every other litigant does it, but the two of you, apparently. I mean, I've gotten those pictures a million times. It's not that difficult. You stand up on a ladder, and then you take a picture, and I can see whether the digger is this dog or the digger is your dog.
So if one dog digs under and the other dog comes up to the hole and this dog bites the dog, is this dog owner responsible? What do you say?
I think the dog that dug the hole is the responsible one.
Why?
Because he shouldn't be digging the hole.
Fair enough, but the other dog came up to the fence.
I think the dog that crawled under is responsible.
Really? Not the digger?
The digger.
Oh, the digger is responsible.
Yes.
What do you say?
I think whoever was the temptation of the.
Oh, God, I just finished the sentence. I can't wait.
I think they're both responsible.
No, do the temptation part. That's the best.
Okay.
Going inside the courtroom.
So we have a fence, and whose fence is it, by the way? Not that it matters, but
Mine.
all right, people always think it matters, but I was just curious. So, and it's not that the fence is in disrepair, because it's not, and it's an opaque fence. It's not a chain link fence where the paws get through and the snout gets through. So the only way a snout or paw could get through is if there's a digger on one or the other side, and yet neither of you bring me any photos of digging. Now, I see that on your side, you did bring me photos to show me that on your side, you put blocks, cinder blocks, which means that you acknowledge that your side has a digger. Okay? I can't hear you talking. I need
I'm
you
sorry.
to. That's right.
yes.
Right. So you acknowledge that there's a digger on your side because otherwise you wouldn't be putting the blocks, but you're certainly putting blocks in order to address the digger problem. Now, is it possible the dog was digging in another section? How big is a gap underneath the fence?
It just depends on how much the dog digs.
Is there a gap underneath all of it of this much and then it becomes more, or is there zero gap? Is the goal zero gap?
Well, in the beginning, it's zero gap,
Yeah.
and then the
So
dog
there are
digs, and
portions
it
where
could
there's
be,
no digging where it's zero gap.
Yeah.
Okay.
My husband would know better because
Well,
he's
is he
the
here?
one who's always fixed. Yes, he is.
Okay. Well, I don't see him. You got him in your pocketbook? Where is
No.
he? Is he testifying? Isn't he?
No,
Stand up,
he's
please.
sitting
Come
right
over
here.
here. Please put him under oath. Thank you.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yeah. Thank you. Your Honor.
Okay, talk to me.
I'm constantly trying to cover it because I see that the dogs on the other side of the fence, they just continue. I mean, we have a paper from the other side of our neighbor on the other side.
Who has dogs?
Who says? Let's see.
And she says never and not one problem ever of my dog digging towards her dogs.
And can I see, you said you had statements from your, is it your son?
My grandson and my daughter-in-law.
What kind of dogs do you have?
Mutts, mixed breed of.
What are the breeds that are
they're,
mixed?
Shepherd and pit bull and I think collie.
Who's Carlo? Your grandson?
My grandson, yes.
Right. I ran to the back door. Diesel was just sitting outside quietly. I went and got Tanya and told her what the neighbor said. Then I went and checked the fence to see if there were any holes. There was nothing. Well, there obviously was a hole. How on earth would anything have happened? We know something happened. I mean, there had to have been a hole, or
The whole thing was secured with the bricks. We have,
did he take pictures of it to show me that?
No, he didn't
Because
take-
I don't
well,
think
on that day, he
I
did
can't
not.
imagine that their dog scratched itself or bit itself, or that doesn't sound logical. So, has anybody done anything to make sure this doesn't happen anymore? That sounds a little more better than reactionary. In other words, aren't there things that you guys can do, like at a minimum, chicken wire? like, hammer in the chicken wire all the way through that side of the...
You know what? I honestly feel
I don't know, but-
that it's not my dog digging.
Well, you
that
want
it
to take
shouldn't
care of your
be
dog?
my-
You want to
I
protect
do
your dog,
want
or
to,
don't you?
but
I mean, because
they
that's a really...
should.
Chicken wire is going to cost you, what, $19? I mean, are you handy or not?
Yeah. I
Oh,
was
if you're handy,
thinking.
use
Yeah,
your
no.
hands.
I just
What are you
don't
waiting
have-
for? Que pera?
I just don't have the time. I don't have the time right now. Like,
Yeah. But I mean, there's a day off, right?
Yeah, 1 day off, yeah. So,
Okay, let's do it on that
yeah,
day off. It
I
would
will
seem
take
to
care
me
of it.
like a really good idea to have something that protects the dogs from here. And we know there's a problem. The problem has brought us to court. And it would just seem like a good idea. Sometimes we do
will
things
take
to
care of it.
protect our dogs that aren't our responsibility, but we still do them because they protect our dogs. It sounds like you got a digger, and it sounds like you know you got a digger. So other than putting some cinder blocks in a few places, what are you guys going to do to contain this problem?
Well, we'll put chicken wire down.
Either chicken wire or something else, or just
Yeah,
put blocks the whole way through, but you got to do something because we got a problem. In the meantime, I'm going to order you to pay the hospital bill. It's $1,045 verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck, folks. Try to
you.
be good neighbors to each other, even though you don't like each other.
Well, the plaintiff wins the case. The defendant's going to have to pay the vet bill. I'm surprised that you weren't willing to pay the vet bill anyway in the beginning. Why not?
Because I don't really feel that my dog did it.
Well, the judge obviously disagrees. Are you friends? I didn't get that. Is there a friendship here at all, or not really?
No, not really.
You sound more like you're at odds with each other most of the time. So what are you going to do? What's going to happen now after coming to court against each other?
I'm going to put chicken wire down.
Yeah? Okay, well, about time you did something. All right, good luck. Thank you very much. Here comes the plaintiff now. It's a shame you had to come to court over this.
Certainly is.
I mean, she just wasn't willing to do anything.
Nothing.
Zip.
And was nasty about it, too.
What happened when she heard you were suing her?
Well,
Did you hear
when
from
I
her then?
approached her with the bill, I told her I would approach her, when the final bill was done, when switches were out. I came to her house. I handed her the bills. I said, here's the bills. She said, how much was it? I said, $1,045. She says, you know what? I'm not paying you anything. She goes, your dog, your fence, your problem. Go get yourself a lawyer. I'll get myself one.
Jeez. That's terrible. So obviously you're not friends and you're not willing to
I
be
never
friends. You don't
was.
even want to be friends,
No,
right?
they're not nice people. They never have been. So.
All right. Thank you very much. Hope
You're
your dog is
welcome.
better, okay?
Thank you.
Good
Thank you.
enough. Okay. Fix the fence, right?
Yeah, I will fix the
Okay,
fence,
good.
yeah.
All right. Okay. Harvey?
Okay, there is a joint duty, Doug, for common fence owners to maintain the fence. They have to equally pay, but they should also inspect regularly. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.